Hey guys, this is Reza, aka Vexillary, and today I want to take you behind my track, Part of Me. It's the first single coming from my new album called Digital Suspiria. It was originally by Incubus, a rock song from 2000, and I took on the challenge to turn it into an electronic/techno track. So let's dive in. I think by the time this video is out, the song should be out, so you might have heard it already. If not, here's a little taste. Verse. Then we get into the pre-chorus. Now here comes the chorus. Alright, so now let's dive deeper into the song. Let's maybe start listening to the drum track first. It's a pretty rich drum track, as you can tell. It's already got sub bass in it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind making a whole new song just based on these drums. Let's listen to some individual tracks. The kick has a high kick. Then the main kick, and then there's also a low rumble. Then there's a bassy component that basically fills in the gap between the kicks. Here comes the hat, one of them. Here's the second one. A third hat, and a fourth. There's a shaker, and then the snare. Let's now maybe listen to the drums and the bass together. So this is the bass track that was sort of mixed into one main track, but there were a bunch of bits that went into it. So I'm gonna happily walk you through what comprised this whole entire bass stem. All right, we're gonna dive in there now. There's a low, which I don't know if this is a sub bass. I don't know if the camera sound system is picking this up, but there's a mid bass, and there's an element, I call it the bass soup, but it's essentially all those stretched out bass notes. And this is the group track though. This itself has, I think, a left and right and a high component. Then there's something I'm calling techno bass. Let's see what that's about. Oh, Okay, let's listen to this with the drums. Okay. I don't mean to turn this into a remix session right now, but I think there's something here. I think, as you can see, my music's quite dense, so I want to talk a little about the drum sources, because I forgot. I think it's all coming from Native Instruments Battery 4, and the bass is mainly probably Massive or Massive X. A lot of Native Instruments. The whole thing with this new album, Digital Suspiria, is that, you know, I started traveling a lot, so I had my laptop on me, but not my hardware. So I ended up, you know, writing and finishing a lot of songs in the box. So, you know, hence the digital name. But yeah, nearly all of this is coming from Native Instrument stuff. Just why don't we talk about the synths and the guitars of the track. So what are the tracks that went into it? Something that's pretty prominent in my songs is some kind of a rhythmic tension building element. You know, these are perfect on their own. So there's one here, then there's a second one, these already are just working really nicely together. Just with the drums, pretty solid on their own. Alright, what else we got? We have the lead part, which is and it's grouped. Yep, I doubled it left and right. Let's see what else we got. Alright, we have a pad. I mean, pads like this and a track like that are just going to be textural elements, really. There's something I'm calling an FX drone that comes in. And then I have a pad group. And something I'm calling an FX synth. And then, let's not forget about the guitars. Now it's the entire synth track, synth and guitar combined. So all the synths again are in box. They're the software synths, and you know, I think they sound a little bit better complemented with the guitars. The guitars, now here's the catch-22, were not live. They're actually synth guitars too. I programmed it and then I ran them through a ton of effects. I actually ran them through some hardware effects outside and Guitar Rig itself. It's incredible what sound you can get. I think there's a tendency with guitars and electronic music to sound very thin, and I see why, because there's so much more going on, and when you layer it with synths, it does get thinner, and that was the challenge here. But you know, I ran it through the Rammstein Guitar Rig setup, and it's actually pretty heavy, I gotta say. Let's hear it. There are two heavy tracks, then they're both grouped heavily. Let's listen to one of them isolated. Yeah, as you can see, there's a ton of layers that went into this. Right, left, and I super filtered out version. And that's all just one group of guitars. This is vocals on its own. We can start with the verse.
Decade ago, I never thought I'd be at 23 on the verge of combustion. Woe is me, guess it comes with the territory. An ominous landscape of calamity.
Okay, now onto the pre-chorus. This original song doesn't have a pre-chorus, but it was this syncopated verse that had all the lyrics and elements you needed to kind of slow down, break it up, and kind of make a 4/4 song out of. But yeah, I actually think that the pre-chorus really helped
I need you to hear, I need you to see.
set up the chorus that pretty much is the main part of the song.
I need you to hear, I need you to see. I need you to hear, I need you to see. And exploding seems like a possibility to me.
Let's dive in a little bit deeper, see what those are made up of. Obviously, I got my lead part, which is her best take. I usually keep in the center.
On the verge of combustion. Woe is me, guess it comes.
And then there's the doubles group, which I think have some panning of some extent. Sometimes I go far right, far left, and sometimes it's just closer to the center. Let's listen to the doubles group only.
So pardon me while I burst
Now with the lead.
into flames. I've had enough of the world.
Just makes it so much richer with those doubles. And in the chorus section, what I have is also a harmony group, which doesn't show up. Let's listen to the harmony on its own. It doesn't show up in the rest of the song, but it's just in the chorus.
So pardon me while I burst into flames. I've had enough of the world and its people's mindless games. So pardon
Low harmony,
me.
high harmony. The high has a ton more reverb, ton of reverb.
Pardon me, I'll never be the same. So pardon me while I burst into.
Now this is the full track with the vocals and all its layers.
And its people's mindless gaze. So pardon me while I burn and rise above the flame.
Alright, that was the vocals. Let's now listen to the vocals alone.
Landscape of calamity.
Now let's add drums.
I need you to hear, I need you to see.
Just the vocals and the drums.
I need you to hear, I need you to see.
Now let's add the bass.
I need you to hear, I need you to see. And exploding seems like a possibility to me. So
Now with the full synths, guitars, bass, drums, and vocals. And that's it. That's the behind the track of Pardon Me, first single from the new album. It's out already. I hope you like it. There should be a link to the music videos I'm going to put up when this goes live. But yeah, there's a visualizer, and then there was a music video that I shot in the neighborhood that is pretty interesting, and I highly recommend checking out the official video for the song. But that said, let me know if you enjoyed this behind the track. If you want me to do more behind the tracks for the upcoming singles, yeah, listen to the song, Tell me how you like it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.